the cut on the face is the good one? Hi everyone, it's Blue. Make sure you like and subscribe. You can follow me on my Twitch and my other YouTube channel. Those links are down below. Also my Patreon, where I have more content on there that I don't post here.
Maybe you can help me. If you were my boyfriend, would you like this?
Today I'm going to be reacting to the second episode of Season 2, House of Dragon.
I'll kill them! Traitors and villains! The child.
The child is dead. But what have you done to make her?
Yes, and they will pay for this.
Who will pay?
Whoever hand did this or caused it to be done.
The gods punish us. They punish me.
Some good may yet come of this.
That might not be like the right
And where
thing
were
to
the
say.
members of this? My son is my legacy! And where were you? The Lord Commander of my King's Guard.
I was abed, Your Grace, having ordered the Night's Watch.
Instead of safeguarding the sanctity of my family.
This is not the time for blind accusations, Your Grace.
Who would do this save the bitch queen of bastards? The smug c*** of Dragonstone. You wished her life to be spared.
If I may, Your Grace. My lords, the guard has detained someone. Fleeing the gate of the gods, with the child's head in a sack.
We do well to get what information we can.
We know our enemy.
A king may have more than one enemy.
I suppose you're right, Ironrod. Could be any one of you in this room.
You mean to blame Rhaenyra?
And so you would name her monster, slayer of infants.
A funeral progress. Let them see the child.
No, I will not have my little son's body dragged through the street like a dead dog.
Jaehaerys was my grandson. I loved him. I will not have him die in vain. Jaehaerys will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle.
Mother.
Oh no.
The hand sets on a difficult path. It might be the right one.
Let the Silent Sisters ready the prince for his final journey.
Ugh. Okay, so I don't remember which one's which's name, but I guess there's blood and cheese. I don't remember which one. I don't know which one's name is the one that they caught, which is the bigger gentleman who is the first one who spoke to Daemon. So it's just really sad. And it's so embarrassing them having this conversation about the knights, what's his name? Sir Christian. You are totally the reason why these people were able to just walk in with rat traps.
There's to be a funeral for Jaehaerys.
I don't want to.
When the people share our grief, they draw closer to us.
But I don't want them closer.
Sometimes we have to protect.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen.
Who is us?
A rat catcher. I don't know his right name.
Behold the works of Rhaenyra Targaryen, pretender to the throne.
Oh, he's coming in there himself. Don't, no, please don't let his body, and don't touch her. Oh no, he's gonna
A curse of Rhaenyra, the monster!
The boy's head was severed from his body.
Ugh, I almost kept going, but I should stop. It's so sad that exactly one of the things that Alicent could have done was, sure, she went in there, she's going to ask or say what her duty is to her daughter. We need to go and parade ourselves and do this thing, basically. It's politics. We have to look a certain way. Poor Helaena, she already had to be the one who was there to see it, and now she also has to do this thing she doesn't want to do. She seems like she doesn't like to be touched. I had to even look back at some of the scenes from first season because I genuinely forgot everything. But looking back at some of the scenes in the first season, she pulls away from her mother often. She doesn't really like being touched. She gets overwhelmed. She seems to have these, I don't want to say visions, but these predictions. She will say something that sounds like psychic abilities. I think Helena's character is very interesting. She has a lot of depth, and she is on a side that people might be rooting against, but her as her own self just seems so innocent in all of this, and I am really rooting for her personally because she didn't do anything. She doesn't seem to have any bad intentions. She's just the most simple, I'm just trying to live and take care of my kids. Didn't even argue about marrying someone that she didn't want to or doing something that she doesn't want to. She just puts up with it and does it. Also very sad that Rhaenyra is obviously being dragged for something that she didn't even do. Sure, she was the one who said, I want Aemon, but nowhere in there did she say, but I'll settle for a little baby boy. I mean, it being translated to Daemon, who was just trying to protect her and get her what she wanted, was also completely, his intention, you can see it, was good. Killing someone, but good. And then it gets mistranslated. It's like playing telephone, where it's just slowly the original message is being lost, and they killed a baby. And now she's, I think, about to find out.
The boy's head was severed from his body.
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
It appears so.
We must send our own messages, denying this vile allegation. There will be swift retribution.
Let me fly out on Vermax. I can watch for movements from King's Landing.
No.
Too many sons are dying. Like, no.
The death of Prince Lucerys was a shock and an insult.
Are you suggesting, Sir Alfred, that my grief drove me to order the decapitation of a child? Mind yourself.
So insulting. Oh, she can see it. Yep.
I sent the Queen's vengeance for her son.
What did you tell this vengeance? What did you say to him?
I was clear in my instructions. Aemon, the brother of Aegon the Usurper. They did not concern in any way that of a little child.
You said that it was your aim to spill Hightower blood. So
I said no.
I don't believe you. I cannot trust you, Daemon. I've never trusted you, wholly.
I have served you faithfully.
Or have you used to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
When Sir Eric brought you the crown, did I myself not place it upon your brow?
I think you used my words as an excuse to take your own revenge.
Am I not on my way even now to Harrenhal to raise an army in your name, Rhaenyra? Yours!
Do you accept me as your queen and ruler? Or do you cling even now to what you think you lost? In his grief,
Your father
who
was a
needed
coward
you?
who knew I was the strongest. Do you believe he made you heir because of your great wisdom?
Oh,
Because of your
no.
virtue?
Oof.
You was a fool. You sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
You struck down a child.
It was a mistake.
Oh, no.
Father, when morning comes, take Moondancer and keep a watch on King's Landing.
I will be vigilant.
My father, he must follow his own path.
That fight's so disappointing. Seeing it from both sides, it's really sad because on Daemon's side, I didn't send somebody until you said you want Aemon Targaryen. And so I go and find somebody, risk my life getting on the battlefield, and send a bird or like a little pigeon. I went all the way over there and took the risk of this guy killing me right out the gate just to do this for you in your name and what you wanted. So even if that's not like, doesn't scream romantic, his intention for him and his side could be, that's so crazy because I did this for you. And although I think that I deserved the throne or could have run it better than my brother, I am past the point of fighting for it, because if I'm not going to fight my brother on his deathbed for it, why would I fight you when I love you? Like, don't use against me wanting the throne and knowing that I could have run it better than my brother as a reason why you would think that I would betray you and not be loyal to you. I'm kind of over that. Like, if anything, I'm kind of on the throne by being with you and you having the throne. I'm too busy fighting for you to have the throne for me to fight you for it if you don't even have claim to it. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was her. He's the one with the funny feet.
Have you told anyone?
What do you take me for?
One who seeks absolute.
There is none for what I've done.
What is this?
The procession was muddy. I'll replace it hence.
Do it now.
The night was long, Sir Kristen. And I had not eaten. If I could
You
just...
defy my authority, Sir Aaron. Will you so easily sully our ancient honor?
That's crazy.
I'll remedy it.
Where were you when Jaehaerys was murdered?
Oh my goodness.
With King Aegon. Where were you? Oh, Commander.
Your brother is a thief and a traitor to the crown.
If I'd shared his sentiments, I would have fled with him.
First your brother betrays us, and then the young prince is murdered. On your watch.
You are mad, sir.
You have brought disgrace upon our ranks.
Oh my goodness.
You will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls.
How would I enter?
Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part. Put down the pretender and you will end a war before it begins. Or must I question your loyalty to the king?
As you command. My lord.
Okay, so like a small difference of what he's doing and what Daemon did is Daemon actually traveled to go and find somebody to do his bidding for him because he knows that he can't just waltz around the castle, literally. But he goes all the way up until the very moment that he can no longer. And he doesn't guilt somebody into doing his bidding for him because they owe him something. It's, hey, I'll pay you for this. Do it. This is what the mission is, and then I'll pay you the other half later. He just guilts him into it because of his own shame. It's one thing to be shameful and make a mistake. It's actually kind of sad. You can feel for him and be like, hey, Rhaenyra manipulated him. But now, to make another mistake and feel this guilt, you can feel for him until he takes it out on somebody else who was actually probably doing his job. He was with the king. You were having sex.
You missed supper.
I wasn't hungry. Do you know where he went?
Harrenhal, I would think.
Sometimes I think I hate him.
It's hard. With fathers.
What do you remember of my uncle?
He had a weakness for cake.
And Sir Harwin Strong?
He was gentle. And fierce. He loved us, I think.
Of course he did.
I miss Luke.
Daemon sent them to kill me. In truth, I brow that he considers me such a foe, and that he seeks to murder me in my bed. They used to tease me, you know, because I was different.
Princes lose their temper. It is often others who suffer.
It's really sad seeing Aemon like that because I've never really seen him that vulnerable since he was a little kid, which that was only part of the last season. Seems like he has to do that because he doesn't really have a connection with his mother, as none of her kids have a strong connection with her, it seems. Aemon doesn't respect her. The king has a temper with her and I think takes her as a joke, and then her own daughter doesn't want to be touched and doesn't like listening to her. But yeah, it seems like he has to do that because mother issues.
The markets have been running low since the blockade. Those with means are holding everything they can.
The king has promised us some relief.
Did he say when?
I see all your great adventures have done nothing for your looks. Well met, brother.
I missed you. Say you have a pot of your goat stew simmering at home.
You're in luck. I hear Lord Corlys himself commended you for your service to him. To serve with a sea snake is to make your fortune. Had I such a chance, I would leap at it. Remind him of your word.
Oh, I need no favors.
But brother, he owes you. He owes us.
Daemon flies when we most need his hand at the oar.
He wishes to be his own master. And now Viserys is dead and all claims are in doubt.
You don't think Daemon will challenge her?
Not as such, but neither can he allow her to command him. If he can take Harrenhal, all may well be forgiven. We will not let the Queen falter.
Honestly, they seem like they've went through so much and haven't really had any words spoken on them. Very sad. I mean, how they lost both of their children and the crown skipping right over her. Him being lost at sea, having to leave because of losing his child, kind of leaving her behind, so she also, for a while, didn't even have her own husband, and him being completely alone and almost dying. They've just all been separated, losing their kids, coming back together, but then almost being treated as irrelevant. I mean, she was even held prisoner for a little bit, while Alicent was like, hey, declare my son to the throne. And she's like, sit down. No, I'm going to take my dragon and leave. So, yeah, they've just been passed over, used, their children have died. It's really sad.
The Lady Mysaria,
I know you are entwined with the usurpers. You aided them in denying me my birthright.
I took profit from an inevitability.
Who are you?
A prisoner. He gave Daemon 2 names. He said it was the price of my freedom.
He's gone.
For how long?
A week? Or forever, I do not know.
He does do that, doesn't he? You remember me now.
He said he would marry.
Now it seems he's done it again, made a promise and then slipped.
Me?
Do nothing now but ask you to honor your husband's words.
It would not serve me to set you free.
I was brought to Westeros with nothing. I sold my own body for coin or bread. I listened, sis. I made myself valuable to powerful men. Then they set it all aflame.
Who did?
The Hightower. Daemon, Otto Hightower. They will never accept me. I might as well have remained a whore.
How did you get that scar?
Probably silly for me to say, oh, I didn't realize that she didn't know who she was, whenever she literally started off the conversation, who are you? But I thought that there was a small chance that she recognized her from Daemon's wife, and then thought it was some type of ploy and didn't really understand it and look into it. So she asked, okay, well, who are you? Like, who are you really? Like, remember that you were in that situation, but clearly that wasn't real. You were acting, you were paid, you were something. So who are you? Where did you come from? What's your intention? Was still a valid question, even with maybe recognizing her. Also, the scar's interesting. I didn't even notice that, but yes, I think that she wore, I went back and looked at that scene again, and I actually noticed that she was wearing a dress that was really high up on her neck. So yeah, maybe she always covered it until then, but I didn't even notice that she had a scar right there. She does clearly look more rough and exhausted, so I think they did a good job with that, but I missed this.
Who are they?
Rat catchers.
What'd they do?
All of them, though? You get your vengeance.
Idiot!
Beware how you speak to your king, my lord.
The king is my grandson. He's murdered innocent men. They are fathers and brothers and sons. With your child's blood, we bought their approval, and you've thrown it away.
I wish to spill blood, not ink. Sir Criston Cole has acted. You sent Sir Aric to slay Rhaenyra.
Gods help us all.
It's amateurs.
It's time the bitch queen paid a price.
You never think of your father. Dignity.
Dignity. I want revenge.
He was right about you.
He made me king.
Is that what you think?
Remove your badge, Sir Otto.
You wouldn't dare.
Crazy thing to say.
And I find it stimulating.
You think yourself clever, but without a strong hand at your side.
Give it to Cole.
Classy. So his position was just skyrocketed to the top. I don't even know if they get a word on the council at all. Like, they don't even get a chair. Maybe they're only in the room for protection. So yes, just a huge promotion, basically. It's funny too because the king is an interesting character. He's not like Joffrey. He's not merciless, just a terrible person, like a terrible character that everybody hates. There's a lot of things about him that seem fair. Even if you don't agree with it, it seems, oh, you can see how someone emotional would think that way. Or you can see how somebody maybe just a little bratty or angry would think that way. You can see the reason. Whereas with Joffrey, it's like, what happened? Like, what happened to you? That, yikes. Not only is the king emotional, but now his new hand is also a man who acts on emotion.
I do not know if I trust you, but I will keep the word of my house if you say that it was given. There is a Valarian ship in the harbour, bound for Myr by way of Pentos. I will see that you are given passage.
Thank you.
That was very nice. She could have just let her rot until Daemon came back and dealt with it.
A moment.
Oh, I hope she doesn't die instead.
Sir Eric, I thought you were within.
Sorry, lack of vigilance.
And neither is the twin. And now he saw that he wasn't wearing...
Sir Eric, I will stand this evening's duty.
No, no, don't let her die.
Sir Eric,
I had no choice.
I don't understand.
Brother!
Run, Elijah! Run and find Sir Lawrence!
Your Grace!
Sir Lawrence!
Which is Eric? We were born together. You partied us!
No, I don't know. The one with the cut on the face is the good one?
Your Grace,
Eric.
forgive me.
No!
It is ignorance.
Ugh. To see someone fight their own blood, someone who, I mean, they're twin. They can't be any closer than that. To protect you, just to do their job and feel so terrible that they would fall on their own sword. That was really intense.
You know as well as I do that Aegon must be kept in check, as does Sir Christian, the two of them together. They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the petty satisfaction of vengeance. I can't stay here.
Go rather to Highgarden. The Tyrells must be taken in hand. Their bannermen are wavering. While you're gone, I'll speak sense to him.
He will yet prevail and bring forth peace, I still believe.
I have sinned.
Ooh.
I do not wish to hear of it.
She thought they were close and then realized they weren't. Everyone grieves in a different way. If she truly thought that it was better to give him space and let him grieve, then that's fair. But there's a lot of coincidences where people will leave and it's kind of a balance of, are you doing that for them or are you doing it for yourself? And then you see them go and indulge something that is for themselves. Rhaenyra's son was crying, and Rhaenyra goes and comforts him. And I think that they do a lot of those scenes on purpose, where they show Rhaenyra being a certain way with her kids and showing Alicent being a certain way with her kids. It's very Alicent and Rhaenyra heavy, so their differences stand out a lot because the show's heavily about them. Not them, obviously other things. It's not that shallow, but you see really big differences. Again, really sad that this man fights, not only like risking his life for your life to protect you, and kills his own brother, his own twin brother. And it's as if once his job is done, the second he knows, okay, you're safe, I did my job, he's a person again. And he registers, well, I just killed my brother. I'm gonna... Like, his duty was put first, and the second that that was done, he just switched back into a real person. And he's like, I don't want to live anymore. I apologize. I have served you thus right now, and am done. I did my duty, at least up until this point. I hope that I covered enough, and I hope that you guys liked it. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Go check out all my links, including my Patreon, my Twitch, where I live stream 3 times a week, and my other YouTube channel, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching again.